It seems like everybody is constantly trying to modernize their applications, modernize their infrastructure, do things better, do things in the cloud, do things on-prem. How do we get there? That's the question that I want to put to you, Ziv. When you're working with clients, what do you do with them that helps them to move forward?
So one of the key things that we have to do together is we really need to understand first where they would like to be, and then start to break that into smaller chunks to actually build our plan together. Try to identify key players that can really help us get there, and set up proper milestones to actually make sure that the organization is going to work in I would say in the right pace to make that journey successfully to that other side. We can evaluate different solutions, technologies, and methodologies in order to get where we want to be. And I think that really helps to, I would say, make a successful transition.
So it's all about trying to understand where they're trying to be and then trying to break that down into smaller chunks instead of just saying, I wish that we could save money, or I wish we could stop, doing this or start doing that. It's figuring out where you want to be and then figuring out the steps along the path that you need to get there.
True. Yeah, I think that for a lot of companies, I think the very first step is try to really build trust, both internally and externally. Because when you're driving a significant change within your organization, obviously you need the buy-in, from your key players within the organization, and then make sure you make the right choices, selecting the right technologies and products in order to actually get to where you would like to be. So that is definitely something that they have to plan, I would say, accordingly to.
So let's talk about some specifics here. I know that you've worked with customers on cloud repatriation. That's a hot topic right now. How popular is that? Is that really the right choice, or is that something that people are just sort of running with right now?
Many companies are in a situation in which they are forced to actually go and modernize their current offerings or their application stacks. And that puts them in a very difficult situation. They understand that they have to do it. They have to do it quickly. And the challenges can be whether to actually go ahead and pick new technologies, new products, and new methodologies to go and implement that. But it also can introduce challenges with their actual working staff. For some, it's something that can be fairly small. It doesn't have to be a big jump into something that is super modern. They can just go and make, I would say, just a one step forward, just to be with the rest of the pack. So it's not that significant in terms of I would say with how disruptive it can be.
So you're here with me at AI Field Day. You've heard a lot about AI at this event, but of course you also heard an awful lot about it before now. How do you think businesses are approaching AI, and do you think they're going in the right direction?
I think that everyone is super hyped about it, and everyone would like to, have or say that they have AI in pretty much everything they do. It introduces interesting situation because certain companies actually, take the opportunity and come up with really innovative stuff, whether it's for internal use, whether it's for something they can actually blend in with their products and really able to offer something to the customers that is far more innovative than what they've done before. And some just want to be within, just like everyone else, and say that they're, actively working on it, and they end up spending a significant amount of money, but not achieving something that is meaningful to their business. So that's more or less what I see at the moment. But I believe that it's just an initial step that once companies would really understand where they stand at the moment and what AI can do for them and their customers, not just as an idea, but to be very practical about it. That can really drive significant changes in the business as a whole, but also in the way that they work both internally and with the customers.
Yeah, I hear this from you at the table during field day again and again with these companies. It really all comes down to how does this technology affect the business? How can it improve the outcome for their customers? And I think that that's a question that sometimes we nerds don't ask often enough. We think about, what's the cool technology or how does it work or what's under the covers instead of saying, wait a second, should we even bother with this? Does this technology make sense for us? And I think that it's important to be continually banging the drum on, is this practical? Is this productive? Is this going to benefit customers? Is this something that we can operationalize? Would you agree to that?
Absolutely. I think this is, I would say, key questions that every business needs to ask itself, and also the people that actually, the decision makers within the organization, need to ask all the time, because their choices with the products they choose, the technologies that they're about to adopt, and the AI features that they would like to introduce can have a dramatic effect on their business, not only on whether their customers are going to like it or not, but it can also introduce challenges. It can introduce legal challenges, it can introduce security challenges and operational challenges that they're just not aware of.
Well, that's great. Tell me a little bit about what do you do for customers? What's your company?
My company called Cloudsulting. I help customers to modernize their application stack and help them get out of their legacy applications.
So tell me a little bit more about where people can find you and continue conversation with you about modernizing applications.
So you can find me on Cloudsulting. You can Google that and then find on my website, and also on LinkedIn. Happy to hop on and chat about pretty much any challenge you might have.
And of course, we'll see you at some Tech Field Day events coming forward. I'm Stephen Foskett for Gestalt IT. You'll find me at sfoskett on most social media networks. And go to techfieldday.com to see when the next time Ziv or any of the other delegates are going to be appearing at a Tech Field Day event.